All right. I have no idea what these are about to look like. I thought about doing this video live, but I'm afraid there could be some disappointment because I have no idea what these look like. So I'm recording it instead. This is the journal companion to the book I released last year, A Work in Progress. This journal has been a work in progress through quarantine. It's taken a lot longer than it was supposed to, but it's here. My heart's racing. I don't know if this is gonna look good. I never saw I know what the designer did. I don't know what the printers did. There was never a proof or anything. Okay, just please be good so I can actually give this to people and feel good about it. Oh, I think it's kind of cute. Oh, wow. It's very simple. I like it. This is me. Oh, yeah, that's good. Now I'm checking for spelling errors. Good, they did this on the first page. My heart is seriously, I printed quite a few of these, and if this was wrong, I was about to be in trouble. Oh, it looks so much better than I ever imagined. Guys, I actually really love it. This is a quote from my dad. Do you see the tears in my eyes? I'm kind of tearing up. There are dreamers and there are doers. Decide today that you will be both. Wow. Oh, my hands are shaking too. Yeah, it's good. Oh, the binding's much better than... The binding's good. I really like this binding. It's light enough that you can take it with you. Wow. All right, so basically it's the same page over and over because it's journal entries. I should break this down for you all. I took a long time deciding what the morning journal entry should look like. So, can you see some of that? There we go. Is that better? I've always started out my mornings saying the 3 things I'm grateful for. But for a while, I was saying it first thing when I woke up, and it was actually leading me to fall back asleep. I would say it. I'd close my eyes and think, okay, what are the 3 things I'm grateful for? And then I just started snoozing, which was not good. So now I do it in my morning journal practice. And then I ask the question, how are you? How do you feel today? I did the how are you. It's actually right before everything shut down. I was supposed to give a speech, and I signed every single book. I forget, there were a few hundred copies of the books. I signed every single book, how are you, Ellen? Because I've always hated when people ask you that question because I don't think people are actually sincere. When you pass someone in the hallway, like, hey, how are you? How are you? I don't think actually people want to know the answer. They are just saying it. It's part of the hello. So I've always taken that opportunity to then take a moment and think through oh, how am I? When they ask you, say, great. I always say great. That's my pattern response. But then I go, how am I? How am I doing? So I ask that for you first thing in the morning, how are you doing today? And then I ask, why do you feel this way? So, if you're feeling anxious or if you're feeling a little sluggish or you're feeling great, what's the reason? So you can see some sort of pattern on how you feel. Then I put, today I will let go of, because I think it's important that we recognize things that are pulling us down, that are taking a lot of our energy, that we actually don't need to have. You don't have to carry that with you anymore. And so I wanted to say today I will let go of perfectionism. I will let go of trying to put everything on my timeline. I will let go of being afraid of uncertainty, which is huge right now. And then I also did a meditation one time where the person led us through this guided meditation where you saw yourself go down this river. You ended up at this house, and the older version of you walked out to greet you and embraced you and gave you a hug. And the first time I ever did this, it's been in a couple meditations I've done now, I just cried because there's so much pressure that you feel now that I just think of, oh my gosh, when I'm 80 years old, what would I come and tell myself today? That I feel so much pressure. I put so much pressure on myself. And so I have a spot in here, dear today's me, love future me. So I picture that woman who is 80 years old, like if she was sitting across the table from me, if me at 80 years old was sitting across the table from me, what would she tell me? And so this for me, as I've been filling these out for the entire year, I started saying things like, the journal's important, get it done, you know, find a designer, or, you know, learn to take a break, or stop worrying so much. And I say that from my future self, like things that you actually know. You can picture your future self. It's incredible. And then I also have this little space here, what I'm working on today. I find if I try to keep everything in my mind of, oh, I gotta get this done, I actually keep my journal right next to me through the day. And when something pops into my head, I just jot it down, so I don't have to remember it. Ah! And then in the very back, this is something I've never seen in any journal before, is a calendar. Don't tell me if you've seen it. I want to think that it's only in mine. So I did this blank calendar, a self-care work in progress, because I want you to be able to track what you've been doing for you, since we forget that so often. So it says celebrate what you've done for you this month, and you can write down like, I went for a walk, I finished the laundry, if that's something that celebrates you. I would put down yoga. When I do yoga, meditation, I would write that down here. Eating well, meal prepping, I would put that down. Did a facial at home. Wow. Oh wow, much better. Much better than all day I've been nervous. I definitely want to get these out. This is good.